Plumstead, southeast London, just a stone's throw from the city, but with green parks and wide open spaces. Although in this quiet street, there's one person who's been living with no space for over a quarter of a century. 63-year-old retired nurse, Jane.
You could call me a scavenger hoarder. There are probably types of hoarders, aren't there? I'm a scavenger hoarder. Sometimes I'll just have things which are lovely to look at, like a piece of wood. I pick up things off the Thames foreshore. I pick up things I see on the street.
Over time, Jane's hoard has grown ever bigger. In the kitchen diner,
I never found a happy arrangement in this room, but I had such grand plans that I never really got started.
the living room,
And there are things that are indoors which potentially could be outdoors. All this plant pot, all this greenhouse stuff.
and the bedroom.
I have far too many clothes here. Hardly anything would I be able to get rid of, actually. And that's a big problem, I realise.
It was Jane and husband Victor's first home together.
We came as newlyweds in '94. We sort of landed on our feet.
She's now lived there for 27 years.
Was it a happy house? In that we were happily married, yes. In that we had this as a nest, yes. It wasn't happy once the children didn't come along.
Finding that she was unable to start a family affected Jane deeply.
I think I started hoarding because, well, the children didn't come, so I then had all this children's stuff. I bought toys, I bought books. I love doing all the things that children do, the painting and the crafting and what have you. I want to have a second childhood. I want to be creative. I actually find that I visualise all this towering, dark stuff in my dreams. I have vivid dreams. I would have said, if you'd asked me 10 years ago, I'm fine. I have a plan for all this. Now I know it's just beyond me. It's got right out of hand. I've been too wrapped up in myself. And this has got to stop. There comes a point where, you either go down the plug hole or you climb back up. I want to see the light.
Jane has finally decided it's time to get help. Arriving to assess the size of the task is deep cleaning expert Siobhan.
Hi, Siobhan, come in. There you go, come through. You can hardly move in here, can you? I want to clear it so you can sort of see the window, get to the window.
Yeah.
I'll show you the room upstairs.
Yeah.
It is a bit difficult here, so there's a rail there if you want. There are 2 windows over there, you wouldn't believe it, would you? And there's a sofa.
Oh,
This is where I sleep. Obviously, sometimes I clear it and then I have to find something else, so I move all the stuff back onto it.
So you haven't actually got a full bed space?
Well,
at the moment?
when I need to sleep, I do, yes.
Okay. 90% of this you probably
I
don't even
know.
need.
Maybe not 90%.
80.
We'll still find out.
It's going to be a challenge for the team and for you.
Okay.
And we're going to stress together and we'll scream together and cry together and laugh together. She's obviously had some difficulty in her life, and I think that it could be a massive possibility that she could turn around and say, I'm not doing this. I think there's a very high chance that that could happen.
I know I want to take the next steps, and I think Siobhan, there couldn't be a better person, really. I can work with her, and hope she can work with me. Yes.
The big clear out in Jane's London terrace has begun.
You're starting already without us.
Just hoping.
Siobhan and her crack team of deep cleaners are raring to go.
Just think it's exciting. This is a means to an end.
Okay, yes.
This is the good start.
Eyes on the prize.
Eyes on the prize.
But as they begin work in the kitchen, it soon becomes clear this is not going to be a quick fix.
Oh! Keep.
Slowly but surely, enough clutter has been cleared to unearth 2 underused vacuum cleaners.
She's very fussy on what she'll let go of.
So I don't know which one of these work.
Okay.
So we're going to have to both stay.
Or we could test them.
Okay, if you can test them.
Well, we'll plug them in and see if they turn on to start. And then whatever one, then we can put them aside.
You're not going to take any of my nonsense, are you? Siobhan is being very tactful, very calming. You know, she's not just forcing me to make snap decisions, really.
We need to kind of start trying to let go a little bit more. Oh, found your fridge freezer, Jane.
It doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't work?
No, it hasn't worked for 10 years.
Siobhan investigates.
Oh, God. Oh, look. Oh, the flies. Oh, that is disgusting.
Don't tell me there's stuff in it. Please don't tell me there's stuff in it. Oh, how embarrassing.
That fridge hasn't been used for years. Many, many years. It's rotten.
And there's worse to come.
Jane, I don't think you should stand there. We've removed the old washing machine under the sink and found all rotted wood that's dangerous, breaking away, holes everywhere. The sink's hanging off the wall.
A 2-hour delay waiting for a plumber to make the sink safe means a frustrating end to day 1 for Siobhan.
I'm worried about time. We're only halfway through the first room and I don't know how much longer it's going to take. There's still a lot to do. I'm very concerned. Tomorrow we've got to push that bit more.
Right.
Yeah.
It's day 2 in London.
So I did go a little bit to town last night. The other wall is now revealed, so it's almost going wall by wall. And as you move things back and two, some of it can be taken away. It looks worse, but it's not really worse.
Siobhan and the team return to an unexpected surprise.
What happened last night?
Well, I just got busy.
Right,
Couldn't
okay.
stop.
Jane spent all night rearranging things.
I just walked in and just had the shock of my life. Basically, it looks like we've walked in on the first day again. It's a bit disheartening. All of the team have worked really hard yesterday and we're back to square one.
Siobhan will have to start clearing the kitchen again.
So I think the plan of action, getting all of this over this side, we'll get this out and then we'll try and create some space.
Yeah.
Oh, I think today we need to really be motivated and push forward.
But after being up all night, Jane is exhausted.
We found this that is currently locked. Don't suppose you have the key.
Bit of a silly question.
So, it's only books.
It's only books.
There's nothing that's going to break. She's refusing to give any of the stuff away anymore. But at the end of the day, it's down to her what she decides to give up. And if she's not prepared to give anything up, we can't do nothing about it. It's very stressful moment.
Halfway through the clearance with almost nothing done, Siobhan is reaching breaking point.
We can't say.
We know what we're doing. There's a system.
I think the system broke.
Most of this is packing, I promise you.
I'm feeling really stressed and frustrated. I feel like every time we clear something and get it done, we're going back to square one every single time. I'm literally having a meltdown right now. This has got to be done now.
It's coming to the end of day 2 for Siobhan and the team.
I'm feeling a bit better now, like we're actually making a bit of a difference.
Meanwhile, Jane is meeting bereavement counsellor Charlene Paul to help her better understand what's behind her hoarding.
Hello Jane, nice to meet you. How are you doing?
Well, this process is quite stressful for me. It's very, it's complex. It is complex. I mean, if one life event hadn't happened, I wouldn't have started the hoarding because I didn't have children. That's why I hoard. It doesn't seem to make sense, but
It does make sense, and I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know I wanted them until I found a man to have them with. But it just didn't work.
So that was kind of out of your control, but being able to have the belongings was in a way a bit of control for you.
Yes. That's when the hiding away from the world started, and it was just me and my troubles. I didn't want to see babies or prams. But again, I just stopped the clock. I didn't develop, I didn't do anything.
This is a new beginning for you.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, there are always new beginnings, there are always new beginnings. We're always on the move. We should never stand still.
Jane is hoarding because it's her safety net, and consciously she's aware that it has got out of control. So there's that part of her that wants to get rid of the items, but unconsciously it's having to let go of that. It's going to be quite painful for her.
This is another chance for me to make a better go of it, for my life. I can't do that with surrounded by clutter and reminders of the past and items I don't use, won't use, can't use.
The session with Charlene has helped Jane rejoin the clearance with new purpose.
Trying to make most of it go, yes. Give.
Jane's come back and she's been amazing. She's had a complete different mindset and she's really trying her best to let go of so much more, and we're creating loads of space now.
The clear out has reached previously unseen walls.
Okay, oh good.
And floors.
Looks lovely and clean and bright.
This morning was really disheartening to come back after all that hard work that we'd done yesterday, but now we're back on track. The amount that you've let go, Jane, the space that you've created is unreal.
With just one day left, there's still lots to do, and work in the living room hasn't even started. But for the first time in decades, Jane has a peaceful corner of the kitchen where she can enjoy the view.
Yes.
How long has it been since you've looked out that window?
For the millennium.
Wow.
It's like reclaiming my home.
It's the last day of the clean. When Siobhan and her team left yesterday, Jane was in a positive frame of mind. But will today be a different story?
I have had a good night's sleep and haven't fretted. I'm ready to go.
I think if we want to clear this room today, Jane, we have to really be on a mission. Jane's getting on amazing. Got that. She's really cracking on with it. She's ready to let go of so much stuff now.
It's cathartic. I'm giving things away. It's wonderful. It really is wonderful.
She's on a roll.
For Siobhan, it's been a monumental task to get the clearance done in time.
I'm proud of my team. I'm shocked at myself that we've actually managed it. It's been a challenge, but yeah, it's been worth every single second of the hard work that we've put into it.
Jane had been lost in her hoard for decades. The living room that was stacked to the ceiling is now a functioning open space.
It's the end of the whole process. We've got there.
The kitchen diner is a revelation.
Been a rush to the finish, but it's been good.
With a new home, a new Jane emerges.
People can come round. People can come in. I can entertain. The space for me. It's not oppressively just crowding in on me. It's lighter and brighter and, I can get on with it. I can see my way clear. The blinkers are off. I may not be at full gallop, but cantering along quite nicely.
Sister Carol and nephew Marcus are the first to visit her transformed home.
There's a room now, like you can actually do stuff in it.
Yeah.
There's cupboards that you can access.
It's a room.
You can get to your window.
I'm so glad you're going to finally have some space.
I know.
This is the dining room.
Yes. Wow.
Do I live here?
Yes, I do.
Look at her. We wanted to get some natural light in again. You can actually sit and eat and relax.
Well, I don't want to change back. I'm not going back.
And although it's still a work in progress, with the support of her family, Jane is on the right path.
It is quite a transformation. Yes, you can actually see the rooms now.
She can sit on the sofa now, relax, do anything she wants to do, the crafts.
Fabulous.
Look at you as you
A
now.
smile on your face.
Yes.
And I can't stop my face is hurting. Yes. The amount of laughing.